Let's pray in silence. Lord Jesus Christ will be 7. Let's kneel down and pray.
大家平安。
Hallelujah. Peace to all the brothers and
我
sisters.
们继续来学习大书。
We'll continue the study of the Book of Jude.
昨天我们讲到有关于那些不敬虔的工人有什么的特性。
Yesterday we talked about those workers who are irreverent. What were some of their characteristics?
第一个特性就是因为他们不信了，不再相信了，就是第5节。
The first characteristic is that in verse 5 that they no longer believe.
为什么不信呢？
How is it that they no longer believe?
因为他们的信硬掉了，
Because their hearts were hardened.
对神感了，
They are no longer sensitive to God.
对真理顺从。
They are not submissive to the truth.
从信到信叫做慕道，
So from unbelieving to believing, that is the process of truth
但
seeking.
是也可以从信变成不信，叫做离道。
But you can also go to the reverse, and that is departing from the truth.
那这个是要很小心。
So we have to be careful
如
with
果不
this.
是自己不小心，如果没有神保守，自己不谨慎的话，
We are not careful if God did not preserve us.
很容易就变成不信，
We can very easily become someone who does not believe.
就离开永生。
Then we will depart from the God of eternal life.
结果就只有沉沦。
Then we will falter.
所以我们要天天彼此相劝，
So we therefore must every day exhort one another.
常常读圣聚会，
We should always read the Bible and come to the service.
听到神的管教，
We should hear the teachings of
我
God.
们才不会变成不信。
Then we will not become someone who's unbelieving.
那第2个特性就是第6节讲了不守本位。
The second characteristic is recorded in verse 6 that they do not keep to their proper domain.
天使本来是很漂亮，
The angels originally were beautiful.
最漂亮、最有智慧的那个天使，
The most beautiful, the most wise angel.
他不满意自己
He was not satisfied that he was only an angel.
他想要成为比天使还更多一点。
He wanted to be more than an angel.
那天使在上面就是神呢，
The person that's above the angel is
那
God.
你不要当仆人，就是你有当主人。
You don't want to be the servants, then you wanted to be the master.
但是他一想要不当仆人，想要跟神一样，神就把他甩下去。
The moment you want to be the master, God threw him down, and he went down.
这个就是对我们很大的戒律。
This is a great warning for us.
如果你不满意神给你的，
If you are not satisfied with what God has given you,
不满意神现在给你的职分，
you are not satisfied with the position, the role that God gave you,
不满意神给你的角色，
you are not satisfied with the role that God gave you.
比如说你是个，
For example, you're a believer,
但是你很想要，
but you want to be great.
我是个信徒，但是我要管圣子，要做圣子人，但你不是，
Even though you're a believer, you want to be like a minister, you want to do what the ministers does.
要来管圣子人员。
I want to be in charge of the
有一些
ministers.
信徒这样讲啊，我们信徒是要来监督你们传道长职的，你们是仆人，我们要监督你们的。
Some member will say, you ministers are servants, we are here to oversee you.
有问题，长职传道可以，
It's okay, the ministers can be overseen by the
但
members.
是你讲这句话的人的心态是什么？
But what is the attitude and the mentality of those who speak like this?
就是我比你，
Isn't it that I am greater than you? So we have to be careful with
我们
this.
的什么角色就要守着什么，
Whatever role we have, we have to play it.
要守着自己的本。
We have to keep to our own proper
所有
domain.
人在神的面前都是仆人，
All of us before God, we are
就
servants.
算天使也是仆人。
Even the angels, they are servants.
好，那我们看第7节，
Let's read verse 7.
又如所多玛、俄摩拉，还有周围城邑的人，也照着他们一味的淫，随着逆性的情欲，受永火的法作为禁。
Verse 7, As Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them in a similar manner to these, having given themselves over to sexual immorality and gone after strange flesh, and set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
这里说啊，那些离开道理的工人啊，会有什么的表现？
So here it talks about those workers who depart from the truth. What is their characteristics?
第3个表现呢，就是他们会道德上面呢会败坏。
The third characteristic is that they will be corrupted in their morality.
那道德上的败坏最明显的表现就是赞同甚至鼓励。
The characteristics of those who are corrupted in their morality is that they will agree with these wrong things.
圣经里面最早有记载同性恋的，就是在创世纪。
The earliest recording of homosexuality is in Genesis.
这是所多玛、俄摩拉被毁灭的故事。
That is the story of how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed.
有人以为说同性恋是最近这几十年才合法，才比较先进啊，像很赶得上潮流。
People think that this concept of homosexuality is more progressive only nowadays, that because it's legalized.
其实不是，这是古代很上古的时代，性恋就已经。
Even in the ancient times, this homosexuality is already very common.
那故事的背景，我们打开创世纪第19章。
Let's turn to Genesis chapter 19.
创世纪第19章，神差遣2个天使要去观察，到底所多玛、俄摩拉是不是那么大。
God sent 2 angels to observe whether or not Sodom and Gomorrah has such great sin.
2个天使是用男人的形象来出现，
These 2 angels appear in the image of 2 men.
因为是天使嘛，所以他出现那个样子，大概也长得蛮好看的男人，白白帅帅的那种，丑的那种啊。
Perhaps their experience is very handsome. They are very good looking.
罗德不知道他们是天使，把他们当客旅，就他们2位进到家里要睡一个。
Lot didn't know that they were angels. They only thought that they were guests. So he treated them to come to their home.
这个2个天使都还没有躺下来睡觉啊，整个城的人就包围所多玛，包围那个罗德的房子。
Even before the two angels settled in, the whole city people came to surround the house of
我
Lot.
们看19章第5节，
Let's turn to chapter 19, verse 5.
呼叫罗德说：“今日晚上到你这里来的人在哪里呢？把他们带出来，任我们所为。”
Finally, they called to Lot and said to him, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, that we may know them carnally.
哦，那这里说啊，男女，这里说连老带少啊，就是老人也出来了，青年人也出来了，少年人也出来了
So the old and the young, even the youth, they all came out.
啊，出来做什么呢？
What do they want?
告诉罗德，那两个男人你拿出来，任我们所为。
They told Lot that take these two men out so that we can do whatever we want.
任我们所为是比较中文的、比较文雅的翻译，原文就是说把他们拿出来，让我们可以跟他性交。
And the Chinese use a very subtle way to describe, but they want to have a sexual relationship with these two men.
哇，看，所以他们才第一天进去而已，全城的男人，老跟少都要出来，要跟天使要。
So they were only there for the first day, and the whole city, all old and young, wanted to do this to the angels.
从这样你就可以想，他们平常的生活，索多玛、俄摩拉的人是多淫乱，还有同性多普遍。
So from this, you can see how prevalent is their sin and how prevalent is this homosexuality.
不把它当一回事，
They do not treat it as a thing.
不觉得是羞耻，
They do not think that this is shameful.
很流行，
It's very popular.
还可以很公开，
And it's even public.
一点羞耻的心都没
There's no shame.
有。从老人到年轻人都是这样做。
From the old to the young, they all do the same.
所以因为这个罪啊，神就要提早啊，都等不到世界末日了，就要用硫磺火把这两个城市烧毁掉。
Because of their sin, God will not wait until the end of the time to destroy them. God will use fire and sulfur to destroy them.
那到这个犹大写这个犹大书的时候啊，在希腊的文明之下呢，同性恋也是很流行。
In the time of Jude, in the Greek culture, homosexuality is also very prevalent.
啊，有一些离开道理的，或者是呢被迷惑的工人啊，就倡导说，关系，反正我们灵魂跟肉体是分开的，要怎么做不影响我们的得救？
So those workers who depart from the truth, they'll say it is okay because our flesh and our spirituality is two separate things. You can do whatever you want in the flesh, you will not affect your spiritual
他们的
side.
说法是，无论你喜欢异性，或是你喜欢同性，你都有自由，
Are you like the opposite or the same sex? That's your freedom.
不影响你的信仰，
It will not affect your faith.
不影响你的得救，
It will not affect your salvation
因为肉体是败坏的，灵性是分开的。
because your flesh will corrupt, but your spirit is separate.
所以因为这样讲啊，在基督教里面，在教会里面有人这样讲，所以就败坏了很多信徒。
Because they say this in the church, in the Christian faith, it corrupted many members.
所以当时候呢，犹大就举出所多玛、俄摩拉这些人的后果是什么？
That is why Jude made this example of the people in Sodom and Gomorrah and their end result.
他们的后果就是要受到永火的刑罚。
The end result is that they will suffer the vengeance of eternal
我
fire.
们看之路
Turn to Revelation.
20章
Revelation chapter 20.
第14节。
Revelation chapter 20, verse 14.
20章14节，我们一起读。
Let's read together.
我们下午哈，大家不要累哈，所以我们大家一起读出来，比较精神。
We might be all sleepy and tired. Let's read it together.
1、2、3。
14.
死
The
亡
death
和
and
阴间
Hades
也
were
被扔
cast
在
into the
火
lake of
湖里，
fire. This
这
is the
火湖
second
就是
death.
第二次的死。若有人名字
Anyone
没
not
记
found
在
written
生
in the
命
book
册
of
上，
life was
他就
cast
被
into
扔
the
在
lake
火
of
湖
fire.
里。这里讲得很清楚了，
Here it is very clear.
不能得救的人就只能被丢到火湖。
Those who will not be saved will be thrown into the lake of fire.
圣经用火湖啊来形容最可怕、最残忍、最痛苦的刑罚。
The Bible used lake of fire to describe the most cruel, most fearsome punishments.
不是永远，他没有说这个结束的，没有说哎呀烧死了就结束，它是永远的焚烧。
So it is not just that after you burn, you die. This is being burned forever.
啊，那个索多玛、俄摩拉的人，他们被审判呢，就是被烧死，一下子被烧死了，整个城就没有了。
When Sodom and Gomorrah was punished, they were burned with fire, and after that, there's no more fire.
肉体没有了。
Their physical bodies
但是如
gone.
果不悔改的人，走这条路的人呢，他们到最后呢，灵魂也要进到永火。
For those who does not repent, their spiritual life will enter into the eternal fire, lake of fire.
那这个同性恋是罪啊，圣经里面讲得很清。
Homosexuality is a sin, and the Bible is very clear.
神爱罪人，但是神讨厌罪
God loves the sinners, but God hates the sin.
啊。圣经把它形容这个是逆性的那个，对啊，就是 twisted 的，这个是不是神原来的设计的？
The Bible describes that this is twisted. This is not the original design of the
我
Bible.
们看罗马书
God
第一章
Turn to Romans chapter 1.
啊，第一章26节。
Romans chapter 1, verse 26.
罗马书1章26节，
Romans chapter 1, verse 26.
1、2、3。因
For
为
this
神
reason,
任
God gave
凭
them
他
up
们
to
放
vile
纵可
passion,
羞
for
耻的
even
情
their
欲，
women
他
exchanged
们的
their
女人
natural
把
use
圣
for
性的
what
用
is
处变
against
为逆性
nature.
的用处，男
Verse
人
7,
也是
likewise
如
also the
此。
men, leaving the
弃了
natural
女人
use of the
圣性
women,
的用
burn
处，
in their
欲
lust
火
for one
攻
another,
心，彼
men
此
and
贪
men
念。
committing what
男和
shameful
男
and
行可
receiving
羞耻的
in
事，
themselves the
就在自己
penalty
身
of
上
their
受着
error which
妄
was
为
due.
当得的报应。啊，圣经呢已经很清楚了交代。
The Bible has already been very clear.
如果信主之前有这种行为的，
If before they believed they had such deeds,
那一定要改正。
they must change their way.
你不可以说放纵它，
You cannot let it go.
不然的话呢，
What happens if you do?
他的欲望会越来越大，
Their desire will increase.
然后到最后呢，就是要报应。
And in the end, they will receive this punishment.
好，那但是呢，社会有社会的看法，
But the society has society's view.
社会的看法有时候会影响教会的看法，
The view of the society can impact the view of the church.
有时候会影响青年人的看法。
Sometimes it will impact the view of the youth.
如果青年人对圣经不了解，
If the views are not clear with the
或
Bible,
者是对信徒对神的话不深入的知道，
and if the members are not deeply rooted in the words of the
他
Bible,
们对社会的这种看法同化了，就会觉得说教会怎么那么古板？
when they are assimilated by the views of society, they might think that how come the church is so archaic?
外面的
What is the view of the outsiders towards homosexuality? Do you have any coworkers or people who profess that they are homosexuals and that you can see that they are still very good people? Even if that person is not homosexual, but they support this. What is their reason behind their support? So we can try to understand their view, but also come to look at the Bible. So the reason is human rights. Everyone has their own rights. And this body is mine, I do whatever I want. Why are you criticizing me? What's the other reason? Their second reason is this is their freedom. Everyone has their own choice. Why are you being mindful of what I do? So as long as I don't affect other people, why do you say I'm wrong? For example, I like Chinese cuisine, you like Italian food. Why do you force me to eat Chinese food? For other reasons. Some people say this is something you're born with. People say, I'm born this way. So then people will push this blame to God because God made me this way. So what other reasons are there? So that's probably the three biggest reasons. Other than human rights, there's also equal rights. So for those people who are straight, you can marry and you can register to be married. Those people who are not straight, they want to enjoy the equal rights. People in the beginning, when they will be hidden. They'll say they are hidden in the closets. Later on, this becomes semi-hidden. And afterwards, they want to make it public that they are homosexuals. And then later on, they want to fight for equal rights. I want to enjoy the same rights as you. So, and in further developing on this, they want to go against those who are against homosexuals. 2 months ago in Toronto, there's a news.
美国快餐厅叫
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A 啊，在当康开了一个
So there's
啊
a,
chicken
fast food chain. They sell fried food. It's called Chick-fil-A.
啊，开业那一天呢，几百个3人同济
And
包围那个店，
and when the chain first opened in Toronto a few months ago, there were a lot of protests from people who are straight,
包
who
围
are
住啊，包围
supporting
住那一间
homosexuals.
那个首都马俄莫拉的那些人包围着侯德的家里这样。
So they surrounded this restaurant.
那第一天开张啊，他们去，好，摆在那边，
So they want to protest outside of the restaurant. How come?
他们说啊，这个老板是
Because the Chick-fil-A, the founder, their boss, he was a very conservative Christian.
那美国的保守派的基督徒，
There are a lot of conservative Christians in the
尤
U.S.,
其在中，
especially in the Middle
那
States.
当然啊保守派的基督徒当然不赞成同，
First, if they are conservative Christians, they do not support homosexuals.
放那些
So they actually give money to the lobbyists for their own cause.
所以赞成
So they didn't like what the boss is doing, so they want to hold this protest. So if today you are against this, then you will be punished or you'll be presented upon.
美国，他是开那个被
There was a news in the U.S. that there was an owner who started a bakery. So there was this same-sex couple. They want to order cake from the bakery,
那个基
and this boss, this owner, said that, oh, you guys are same-sex marriage, then I will not want to sell cakes to
结
you.
果就
So they sued this owner, wanted to bankrupt him. Because in order to go on to do a law case in this situation, you need a lot of money.
不接受这些，有点像
So this is like a lot at that time. They are surrounded by the mainstream. If you're against it, you'll be criticized or you'll be sued. So this is the culture and the law. They are all in support of homosexuality.
加拿大这走在最前，
Especially Canada, it's more progressive.
这一代不会有什么问题，
Our,
多半都是中，
our current generation probably will not have any problem because we're in the middle or old age.
但是在这边出生的，
But for those who are
在
born,
这边长大的，
for those who grow up here,
幼稚园、小学上去的，他很多都
from elementary and growing up, they will have a lot of friends who are
他
homosexuals.
慢慢都会觉得说外面的人好啊，要批评他，
They will think that, oh, all these people, they are very nice. Why do you
有啊
criticize
人
them?
权啊
They stress upon freedom, human rights. And then they'll start to think that church is so archaic. So there are other churches, denominations, they will want to preserve their members.
就直接把那个教义就宽松了。神也是爱同性，要批评人。
They start to loosen up their doctrines and teachings. They'll say these people are loved by God as well. Don't criticize them.
那包括英国圣公会的正式教义，他已经接
Even the Anglican Church in UK, they also already agree or support
所以
of this.
但是啊，犹大书告诉我们，
In the Book of Jude, it tells us
这个我那些被迷惑的工人哦，在教会里面影响正道的工人，他们的道德的底线会破裂的，会没有了。
those people who are against the truth, those workers, their morality, their boundary line, they will be broken.
那会像索多玛俄摩拉的时候，
They will be like the time where it's in Sodom and Gomorrah.
辩论
If you look at it from the human perspective, all these four reasons, you cannot argue against them. But from the perspective of faith, then it becomes very clear. First, from the man's perspective, man has rights. But from Bible's perspective, the human rights and also what you conduct with your body. For a Christian, your body belongs to
所以
who?
有
Who has the final rights to your body? Turn to 1 Corinthians. Chapter 5,
6章
chapter 6,
8到第10，
18 to 19. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18 to 19. Flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. 19. Or do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your
自己的
own?
人。保罗说啊，谁拥有你们身体的最终的权？
So Paul asks, who owns the rights to your body? It is God.
是神啊。
It is God.
就算你还没有信主，
Even before you believe in God,
这个
this body is created by God.
也是有。
It has the image of God. So when you are under the faith, we talk about the rights of God.
在人
God's right is above human rights. So God has the rights to your body. God says, God has command over how you use your body. So we know that man has two basic desires. The first desire is for sex. The other is for food. How did the devil tempt Eve? So he used the fruits of to know the good and evil. It might not be apple. Some people will joke about, do you know what is this fruit? Some people say it's mango. Then you know why? Because after you eat of it, man has to go. So it's mango. Also not apple, but it's fruit. So it has to do with the desire for food. God's authority is that you can eat any of fruits, but not this particular fruits. So the moment that you eat of it, you surpass your own domain, your own rights. You are invading God's rights. But for men, the ones that you forbid them to eat taste especially better. If you tell your children that you can do anything in this house, but do not open this closet, what will happen to your children? They will only want to open that. You had this desire to get things that's not yours, and it tastes especially good. And God created people of opposite sex
但是
to
到
as
索
a
多玛、俄
couple.
摩拉那个时代呢，
But in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah,
就觉得异性恋不好玩，
people no longer want to just keep to different sex. They want to go for same sex.
真的。其实善恶果不是只有那个果啊，任何东西你超过了神的诫命，那个就是善恶果。
So this is actually an extension of the fruit of good and evil. Anything that surpasses your domain, your authority, it becomes this fruit of good and evil. So when we talk about freedom, sure, you can enjoy the freedom under truth.
超过真理了，这个就不是自由了，
But when you go over the truth, surpass the truth, then it's not freedom.
就是罪了。
This becomes sin. Then you have no freedom, no true freedom.
再来，它天生的
And then people say this is inborn, natural born.
这个理论呢错了，最近科学家证明是
This idea is wrong. The scientists actually proved that it's wrong.
大概2个月前有一个最新的研究，
2 months ago, there is the latest study.
因为这科学家有一个假设说，有一些人要同性，应该是天生的。那如果是天生的，就跟他的染色体、跟他的 chromosome、跟它里面的应该是有关联。
So the scientists, they had a hypothesis: if they are inborn with this homosexual tendency, then it must have to do with their genetics or DNA.
所以有一堆的科学家找了几百个人来研究，他们有同性有异性的，那么就把他们的色体啊、DNA 啊做个对比，对一下到底是哪一个？我们这人体有23对染色体啊，所以他们要找出来到底是哪一个染色体负责人的性向。
So they found all the couples or people who are both straight, few hundred people who are straight and not homosexuals, and look at the 23 pairs of chromosomes to see what exactly determines their
因为
tendencies.
这23对染色体里面，有一些是负责你头发颜色、眼睛颜色、皮肤颜色哈， 里面都在里面的资料，那应该有一对染色体是负责性向，喜欢同性还是异性。
But if the hypothesis is true, all those chromosomes that determines your hair color and all these things must be one that determines your sexual tendency.
到底哪一条染色体？结果找不找得到？
So could they find this pair of chromosomes?
找不到，
They could not.
所以他们不能说哦是天生的，没
So
有这个证。
they don't have a proof that this is inborn.
既然不是天生，那一定是后天，
If this is not born, then it is developed later on.
是后天有一些环境的影响，或是他自己本身的影响，要发展出来。
This is caused by the environment or something within them that this desire grew.
这种后天背
This
后的影响就是罪的影响，人的罪性。
this influence after a person is born is the sinful nature within a person.
他可能有家庭的背景，小时候被侵犯，或者是父亲不理他，侵犯他，或者是同性让他，或者是异性让他失望，这个可以讲很多了。但是到最后，要影响。
It could be various factors that cause a person to change their tendencies. Could be they've been offended or mistreated in their upbringing, or they have tragic events.
但是呢，我们讲了那么多啊，大家觉得说，按照圣经的角度，到底为什么人类会从神创造的异性恋变成同性恋？为什么能够接受，甚至会支持他？
So if we talked all of this, if we really think about it, what is the reason why people will agree with or even support with homosexuality?
这跟食
Like food.
人为什么吃善恶果？先讲，
Why do people eat the fruit of good and evil?
想要怎样？
They want to be
透过神，还有至少要怎么样？跟神一样嘛，对不对？
because they want to be like God.
到
The reason behind them wanting to eat the fruit of good and evil is pride.
要我不要，我偏要，
That you don't want me to do this, I want to do it.
我要做我的主人，
I want to be my own master.
你不可以吃我想吃。
You forbid me to eat, I will eat.
性方面是
Same with sexuality.
说一夫一妻异性恋，人就说是一夫多妻。
So God said it's only one husband with wife. People want to have multiple wives.
再来一夫多妻还不够，
And furthermore, they think that this is not enough.
要发展出来同性恋的这个。
And then they have this desire for homosexuality.
说叫他不可以，他说为什么不可
You forbid it, then they'll ask, why can I not do
以？
it?
很奇妙哦，同性恋的代号是什么？什么？今天游行啊，今天每年都会在多伦多上游行。我们的省长也跑，要选票啊！你不去的话，那要选票。自由党为什么会赢这个？
So why is there a pride parade? Why is there pride? What is the sign?
讲出来答案。游行的这个口号是什么？
What
什么 parade？
what is the parade? The
什么
slogan.
parade？
It's called Pride Parade.
把它翻译是什么？骄傲游行啊！
It's called a
同性恋的
Pride
游行叫
Parade.
Pride Parade， 本是 Pride， 把它翻成就是骄傲游行。报纸
Have you seen this in the
每
news?
年我们的总理都跑到最前面，穿的那个色的袜子啊，彩虹旗啊，还有我们的 Duck Flock， 我们的省长也去了，不去没选票啊，不然怎么会？
So every year, the prime minister, even the premier, they will be at the forefront of the Pride Parade.
今天2019年，同性恋还是少数，但是支持同性恋有这个权利的是大多数。
Even though the homosexuality, the people who have who have this tendency is still minority, but the people who support it are a majority.
以后可能改政府例啊，如果我一个传道一个教会讲这样子的话，可能要封你。
Maybe
说这个不可以犯罪，
maybe if the preacher or the church advocates against homosexuality, they might even shut the church down.
叫你当老师啊，如果你不教这个同性恋的课程啊，
If as a teacher you don't teach about this, then you won't have your job.
为什么？
How come?
现在的人不单只觉得这个不是罪，还觉得这个是很骄傲的东西。
Because people no longer think this is sin, they even think that this is something that's prideful.
像所多玛俄摩拉一样。
And this is like Sodom and
那
Gomorrah.
圣经说了，骄傲的下场会怎么样？
The Bible talks about what is the end result of pride.
我们看箴言第8章。
Turn to Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 12.
12节。
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 12. Verse 12. Before
败坏
the heart of a man is
人
haughty,
心骄傲，
and before honor is humility.
所以说败坏以先必有骄傲。
Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty or prideful.
你怎么知道为什么神一定会毁灭所多玛？啊，
So how do you know that God will for sure destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Because this is caused by pride.
那怎么知道神一定会毁灭这个世界？
So how do you know that God will for sure destroy this world?
骄傲最终极的表现，
What is the ultimate expression of pride?
第一就是无神论
First one is atheism.
心中不相信有神，这第一个表现。
The
在
first
神在道理上面的人，
expression is that is atheism. They don't agree that there's a
那
God.
道德上来说，骄傲最终极的表现是什么？
And what is the ultimate expression of pride in terms of morality? Is homosexuality.
当然很多罪了，性恋啊什么那个都是骄傲，但是最终极的表现是直接否定神对家庭、对婚姻的定义。
The ultimate expression. It is the ultimate expression because they refute God's definition of a family of husband and wife.
世界啊，离开最后的结局不会很远，因为我们是活在现代的所多玛。
So the world's destruction is not too far away because we live in the present day Sodom and Gomorrah.
所以犹大他说，虽然你改变不了社会哦，但是你要为自己、为自己的生命、为自己的灵魂啊，争道啊，要征战，要保守住。
So you might not be able to change the society, but you must contend earnestly for your own faith, for your own salvation.
脱俗流啊，
You should not just go against the wave, the trend.
不要思想也觉得说哦，认同我们长辈，
Do not be assimilated in our mindsets and thinkings.
那我们不会说去批评别人，或者是去恨别人，
We will not say we should criticize or hate on others,
那种心中有一把尺。
but we must have a set of rules and rulers in our
尤其
hearts.
是如果我们有小孩啊，有青少年啊，或者是得这样宗教教育的，更
If you are RE teacher or if you have parents, you must let your children understand. May God preserve us and our next generation. Let's pray in silence. Amen.